Here is everything that you need to know about Kakid Comic Club influencers. I'll be telling you what the plot's about, the amazing comics we're getting, and why one legendary Dogman character is coming to the club. Let's do this. Ever since Dogman the Scarlet Shedder was announced, I feel like that book has completely taken the stage. However, there's one Dav Pilkey book that's right around the corner, and that is Kakid Comic Club influencers. The series follows many characters from the Dogman books, like Lil Petey, Flippy, Molly, and all of the baby frogs, as they create a comic club together and make some pretty cool comics. The book releases on November 28th, 2023, and here is the epic cover. The most interesting thing we've learned is that the Kakid Comic Club will be in complete chaos. After hearing the awesome news that one of their comics will get published by an actual publisher, instead of getting excited, the baby frogs are filled with anxiety and stress and worry. So now, the biggest question is, who will lead the club and motivate them to do their best? Here's what I think will happen in the story. After a long day, Flippy decides to tell the baby frogs that one of their comics will get chosen to be published. This obviously puts a ton of pressure on them because up to now, they were just making comics for fun. Now it matters, big time. And just like Dogman 12, this book could go down so many paths. In the past couple books, we have definitely seen Melvin and Naomi's rivalry, and in influencers, Dav Pilkey could take that to the next level. Since the publishers are going to choose one and only one comic to publish, imagine that the club splits into two teams, Team Melvin and Team Naomi. The synopsis tells us that when the baby frogs find out one of their comics will get published, they are going to be filled with stress and self-doubt, and more or less completely lose their creative groove. So since pretty much every single baby frog has a bad case of writers and artists block, think about how cool it would be to see each team work together to make one amazing comic. Considering that there are 21 baby frogs, the teams would be split into two groups of 10 and 11. Then all of the baby frogs from each team would work together to make the best comic possible. And in the end, it'll be up to the publisher to decide which one to pick. Obviously, the chance of this happening is pretty low, especially since Dav Pilkey has already finished the book. But I just love thinking about all kinds of different things and predictions and theories that could happen in the book. So in the comments, tell me which team you would want to join. Team Melvin or Team Naomi? Another plotline that would honestly be crazy to see would be if another comic club challenges the Kakid Comic Club to a comic creation battle. I mean, they could decide who's better across, for example, 5 rounds, and each round could focus on a different genre. For instance, one round could be in acrylic paints, the next in photography, the next in superhero comics, and so on. But when I first found out that the book would be called Influencers, I genuinely thought that the book might feature some moments about social media. I mean, imagine if Naomi becomes a YouTube influencer or something. That would be cool. Anyways, an all-new sneak peek of Kakid Comic Club Influencers dropped, and it shows that Flippy is gonna have a change in attitude, and it's all because of a comic by Poppy which influenced him. Poppy has a history of writing some pretty dark comics, like the cute little fluffy cloud of death and Skelepup. So it'll be interesting to see what exactly influences Flippy. It seems like he's already acting a lot less strict though, so that could turn out good or bad. Moving on, we have learned about a couple amazing comics coming our way. First one being Chubbs McSpiderbutt versus RoboChubbs. One of my favorite comics from the past couple Cat Kid books were the Chubbs McSpiderbutt ones, and seeing him fight this robot thing is gonna be epic. And before I tell you the other comics that are gonna be in this book, I just want to say that the Cat Kid series is such a great way for Dav Pilkey to really show what he can do. Obviously, we're used to his Captain Underpants and Dogman style of writing and drawing, but seeing his clay, gouache, haiku, photography, and all his other skills, I mean, this is amazing. On top of that, don't forget that Mr. Pilkey has a home in Japan, opening up a whole new realm of creativity and inspiration for him. And you know, Mr. Pilkey, if you ever need some inspiration, you can always count on me and my subscribers. So literally just go to the comment section and you have an endless supply of ideas. The next comic that's been revealed for influencers is I Am Dr. Frederick Wertham. And at first glance, it sounds kind of boring. But I did my research, and apparently he was a psychiatrist who genuinely thought that comic books were corrupting the minds of young children. So it'll be interesting to see what take Dav Pilkey is gonna have on him and how he's represented in the book. But finally, we have got the coolest comic ever coming soon. The terrifying revolt of Mecha Frog 2 Birds. All jokes aside, it'll be interesting to see what actually happens with this comic, because every single Cat Kid book has that one comic that's way different from the others, but in a good way. Lastly, the comic that I'm personally most hyped about is Frogzilla vs. Mecha Frogzilla. That is gonna be one epic comic. Just recently though, the official trailer for the book released, and we've discovered that the baby frogs will make many cool and cute characters while harnessing the power of baby power. In the trailer, we can clearly see a bunch of cute characters on display, so it'll be interesting to see how they actually turn out in the comics. Next up, we found out that the book will take place in the winter time. This could be the perfect way for Dav Pilkey to really change something up in the plot because of the season. But even if he just did it for decoration and fun, this book is gonna be a breath of fresh air. And also a breath of cold air. But finally, the question you've probably been waiting all video for me to answer. Who is the one Dogman character visiting the Cat Kid Comic Club? Well, it's Petey. And now that I think about it, this is such a smart move from Mr. Pilkey. I feel like Dogman and Cat Kid Comic Club are pretty different from each other, but seeing different characters from the Dogman books come in really freshens up the series. I mean, we saw Sarah Hadoff come around, Dogman make an appearance in a comic, and even Captain Underpants too. But why exactly is Petey here? Well, I'm gonna make an entire video on my Cat Kid Comic Club 5 predictions. So if you want your theory to be featured in my next video, along with a shout out of course, tell me what you think in the comments. But now, as we're officially entering Cat Kid season, how much do you remember from Cat Kid Comic Club 4? Check out this quiz right here, and I'll see you around.